Last week, a man was sentenced to 12 years for sexually assaulting a pregnant woman and also for poisoning her with abortion tablets in order to procure an abortion. The man is named Stuart Wilby, and he obtained the tablets by asking his friend to pose as a pregnant woman on a telemedicine service to get abortion tablets. She pretended to be pregnant when she wasn't. She pretended to want an abortion, and she obtained the tablets, and then he gave the woman, the victim, these tablets by deceiving her, putting them in orange juice and things like that. And as soon as she'd taken the tablets, she was bleeding, diarrhea, rushed to the toilet, ended up having to go to hospital and had an awful miscarriage and had to have an operation to sort out the various problems with it. Now, fortunately, this man has been convicted now of this horrible crime, but it really relates to the whole issue of DIY abortions that came into force, were allowed, first of all, during the COVID pandemic in 2020 as a supposedly emergency temporary measure. But the government, more recently in 2022, actually voted to make it a permanent measure. And this means that any woman can just phone up and say, I'm pregnant, and say I'm this gestation, and say I want abortion tablets, and they will post them out to that woman without checking their details, without checking if they're registered on the NHS, without checking the reasons, and more importantly, without any clinical testing, without any gestation testing, and these tablets are posted out, and then the woman can either take them or can give them to someone else, and they can be used in coercion or indeed in crimes like this. And of course, we warned about this when it first came out in 2020. We said there are real risks that this could be used in coercion and that people could obtain these pills for nefarious purposes. And here we are, and it has happened. And it gives us no joy to say it's exactly what we warned. We tried to challenge it when it first came into law. We said Matt Hancock didn't have the right to change the Abortion Act, which specifies that abortions must be carried out in particular premises, not just at home. But nevertheless, it went through, but we then did a mystery client, sponsored a mystery client survey, which found that women could just phone up and get these tablets at will. And then we did analysis showing that 1 in 17 women who take these tablets, even if they take them before the limit, which is 10 weeks, end up in hospital for taking them. And if you take them beyond the 10 weeks, and this particular victim was about 15 weeks pregnant, there's a very high risk you end up in hospital and needing an operation, and it's very dangerous to take them. So we're glad to see this man has been convicted, but it really raises the question of why are we allowing people to just phone up and get these very dangerous, highly poisonous tablets that can be used in all sorts of awful, horrific ways, as this shows. Many MPs have called for these tablets to be not available just by phone. You have to go to a consultation, which is how it was 4 years ago. So we want to see a ban on telemedicine DIY abortions as a result of this case. And I hope you stand with us on that.